What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday night. I know it's 10 o'clock on the East Coast, 7 o'clock here on the West Coast. Appreciate you all for sticking it out with me. This is break number 719 BD. We got a case, which is 2 briefcases of Flawless Baseball. Let's get into it. Two briefcases right there. Good luck, everybody. So there are some players in this that like the USA Diamonds and stuff have multiple teams. And if we have to, we will random those off. We also have the commissioners. We can random those off. For example, Mark McGuire played for St. Louis and Oakland, so it'd be random off to those 2 teams. Will Clark played for the Giants, played for Texas, played for a few teams in his career. Then we have players that are like Washington Senators would go to the Minnesota Twins. Washington Senators would go to the Minnesota Twins because that's the team they became. So if it's the team they became, that's where it goes. All right. That's a fat box. Woo! That's a thickie. I like those. I like the thickie boxes. Alrighty. Yeah, I think it'll work there. Alright, here we go. Mizzy Marcards. What's up? What are you pausing for? Just a comment. That's funny, bud. That's funny. I like that. All right, here we go. Wow. There is no. We have 11 cards. Normally there's 8 cards. That's 11 cards and no booklet. I thought for sure we had a booklet. Alrighty, here we go. First card. How about Brock Wilkins, 6 out of 15 for the Milwaukee Brewers? Yeah, that's totally weird. I totally forgot to pull out my penny sleeves. Penny sleeves. Come here, penny sleeves. Don't go all over the floor. Yeah, Panini never gives extra. They always short us. All right. What's up, Roy? Good to see you, buddy. Rudy, how you doing? Everybody in the eBay chat, appreciate y'all. That's what I thought. All right, there we go. Brock Wilken on the auto, 6 out of 15. How about Warren Spahn? That is 7 out of 10 on the Warren Spahn. That is going to the Boston Braves, which went to the Milwaukee Braves, then turned into the Atlanta Braves. Warren Spahn going to the Braves. We got a green to 5. Green to 5. That is Thomas White on the, wow, look at that patch. Patch auto, RPA, or what is this, a PPA, prospect patch auto. 5 out of 5 going to the Miami Marlins. Nice hit. That's sick. I love these boxes. Next up, another PPA. That one's 7 out of 10. Charlie Soto for the Twins. 7 out of 10 gold for the Twins. We've had 2 golds already. And a to 5. And a green. 2 golds and a green. Exactly, Mizzy. Exactly. That's a nice hit for the Twinkies right there. Red prospect. For the Giants, Reggie Crawford. Too bad he couldn't sign it on the card and missed. Nice looking patch though for the Giants. 3 out of 20. 3 out of 20. Jesus. Is that... We got a 101, guys. We got a 101. All extra cards and a 101. 9 out of 10 gold. Gabriel Gonzalez. Wow. I hope this whole case is like this. Gabe Gonzalez, 9 out of 10 gold. RPA or PPA. That's the 101. I'm going to leave it there. That's the 101 right there. Where's my other one? There it is. 5 out of 15. 5 out of 15. How about Chase Davis? 5 out of 15. Look at that patch. These are sick. These are sick patches so far. Next up, prospect. How about we look at the patch first? Look at that. Braden Taylor for Tampa Bay, 19 out of 20. 19 out of 20, Braden Taylor. Jesus. Silver. Prominent swatch signatures. Prominent swatch signatures rookie. Heston Kjerstad, 1 out of 25 on the RPA. Baltimore's on the board. Last one before the 1 of 1. It's a rookie gold, it looks. Looks gold. Flawless moment. How about Evan Carter, 4 out of 10 on the auto. Wild card home run in 2023, the year Texas won the World Series. Sick. Now our 1 of 1. With 1 of 1. Uno de uno. There it is. 1 of 1 on the symbol. Looks like Oakland A's. Miles Naylor. The little Naylor. Look at that patch. 1 of 1 on the patch auto. Dude, that is sick. And we haven't even gotten in the briefcase yet. We haven't even gotten in the briefcase yet. Alright, here come the encased cards. Here we go. In the briefcase. We're going to start on this side. It's green to 5. Encased green to 5. Collegiate National Team. That is Rhett Lauder on the Sapphire. 5 out of 5. Which means it goes to the Cincinnati Reds. Rhett Lauder, Cincinnati Reds. Dude, that's sick. Next one. Woo. Wow. How about Roberto Clemente for the Pirates on the gold diamond? That is a yellow diamond, guys. Yellow diamond right there. Wow, that is beautiful. Roberto Clemente. And how about we finish strong? You're supposed to have an auto, right? In these, there's your empty box. There's the empty box right there. Here we go. 18 out of 25. Looks like a pitcher. It is. That is Paul Skeens for Pittsburgh. Paul Skeens. RPA. Dude, this box was disgusting. This box was disgusting. That's our first of the 2. Wow. Okay. Number 2. If this is half as good as that first one. This has got to be the best first half. That has got to be the best. Yeah. Best briefcase I've ever opened. Right there. With all the low numbers and all the hits. My goodness. I cannot send briefcases, guys, so please don't ask if you're thinking about it. If you're in the Phoenix area and you want one where I can meet up with you, I don't mind giving you one, but I cannot ship them. Also, this is a team break. If you skunk in the break, I apologize. I wish that everybody could hit in the break, but it doesn't happen sometimes. So we will ship you something if you skunk. Oh my God, you guys, look at this. Look how thick that is. Holy cow. Man, anybody ever see that movie with Moto? Because he likes them thick, he likes them chunky. What was that? With the lion and the... There is no booklet in this either. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 cards again. 11 cards again. Alright, second case has 11 cards again. Here we go. Card 1. Dual prospect patches. That is Anthony Gutierrez for the Texas Rangers. Anthony Gutierrez. Silver Flawless. That is Mel Ott. That is 4 out of 25. For New York, and I believe this is the New York Giants. I want to say Mel Ott played for the New York Giants. Let me double check. '24 Flawless Baseball Checklist. I'm going to double check it just because I want to be safe. But if I remember right, Mel Ott plays for the New York Giants. This is going to be a flawless, legendary memorabilia. Legends. Mel Ott goes to the San Francisco Giants. He did play for the New York Giants. I was correct. He's Pirates. Nice try, Rudy. Nice try. Mel Ott, New York Giants. $13 out of 20. 13 out of 20. That is for the Mets. Colin Hawk. Colin Hawk for the New York Metropolitans. Let me get some more top loaders, because I was not expecting 11. All right. Next up, green again to 5. Green to 5. It's 1 out of 5. Alex Clemmie for the Washington Nationals. For the Padres, That is Sammy Zavala Gold, 4 out of 10. Samuel Zavala, 4 out of 10. Nice hit for the Padres. Prospect. There he is. Probably my favorite signature in all of baseball right now. Harry Ford, Jesus Loves You, on the Prospect Patch Auto. PPA. 3 out of 15. $13 out of 20. That is again for Seattle. Ty Pete on the autograph. Ty Pete. 13 out of 20. Four out of 10. We're gold again. Gold again. And that is for the Marlins. Look at that patch for the Marlins. Noble Mayer. Noble Mayer for the Marlins. Gold. We got blue this time. Blue. For the Dodgers, 14 out of 15. Dalton Rushing. Dalton Rushing, color match blue with the Dodgers. Another prospect. That is Bubba Chandler for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Bubba Chandler, 14 out of 25. And our last of the 11 cards inside. It's an autograph. That's nice of them to tell us that. How about Ethan Salas? 4 out of 20 for the Padres. Ethan Salas for the Padres. 4 out of 20. All right. We got 3 cards left. There should be 3 inside that briefcase. Good luck, everybody, on the last 3 cards. If there's more, yay! Good for us. Nice job. Thank you, Panini. They already gave us extra cards. That was great. Let's go. All right, guys. One more reminder. If you skunk in the break, I apologize. There's nothing. We can't always hit for everybody. If you have multiple teams in the break, if you have 6 teams in the break, but you only hit 1 team, that's not a skunk. Don't expect something for those other 5 teams that you didn't hit. If you hit 1 item, no matter, you are not a skunk. If you have 5 teams and you skunked and did not hit anything on those 5 teams, that's a skunk. If you have 1 team and you didn't hit anything, that's a skunk. So just to give you guys a heads up, that's how it works. Appreciate you all. Here is the first card out. And it looks like another 1 of 1. If that, because of that color, I think it is a 1 of 1. I'm going to go ahead and hold off. Let's go ahead and do this one. Looks gold to 10. Triple Crown winner, Jamie Foxx. 8 out of 10. Now, that's Philadelphia. I'm thinking it's the Philadelphia Athletics. I am going to double check this right now. I've got the checklist open. Jamie Foxx does go to Oakland. He goes to the Oakland Athletics because this was the Philadelphia Athletics. Going to Oakland, 8 out of 10. 3 diamonds on the triple diamond crown. Blue. For the Red Sox, 7 out of 15 on the patch auto. That is Roman Anthony. Roman Anthony on the patch auto for the Red Sox. Last card of the break, guys. Then we'll do a full recap. That does look platinum. That looks like a 1-of-1. And it is, and it's going to the Dodgers. That is for the Brooklyn Dodgers. That is a diamond 1-of-1 flawless diamond of Pee Wee Reese for the Dodgers. That is sick. That is sick, sick, sick. All right, let's recap. Nothing left in the box. All right, let's start with our patches. New York Giants, that's Mel Ott. Mel Ott for the New York Giants. Let me zoom in for eBay. There we go. Mel Ott for the New York Giants. Anthony Gutierrez for the Texas Rangers. Warren Spahn for the Braves. This goes to the Atlanta Braves. He was on the Boston Braves. 7 out of 10. And again, we'll double check the checklist. Warren Spahn. Where is he? Give me a second, I will double check. I want to make sure. I hate when they don't put stuff in order on the checklist. Okay, here we go. This is number FL Warren Spahn. There he is. It does go to the Atlanta Braves. I was correct. All right, so that's going to the Atlanta Braves. Our autographs. For the Padres, Ethan Salas. For Seattle, Ty Pete. For Texas, Evan Carter. For Milwaukee, that is Brock Wilken. Our patch autos. Bubba Chandler for Pittsburgh. Dalton Rushing for the Dodgers. Harry Ford for Seattle. Sammy Zavala for the Padres. Heston Kjerstad for the Orioles. Braden Taylor for Tampa Bay. We got for Seattle, Gabriel Gonzalez. Reggie Crawford for the Giants. Charlie Soto for the Twins. And Thomas White for the Miami Marlins. Our horizontal patch autos for Miami, Noble Mayer. Alex Clemmy for Washington. Colin Hawk for the Mets. And that is Chase Davis for the St. Louis Cardinals. Our triple crown of Jimmy Fox goes to the Oakland A's. Philadelphia Athletics, Oakland Athletics. That is Roberto Clemente for the Pittsburgh Pirates on the yellow diamond. Rhett Lauder on the college national team. Sapphire, that is going to the Cincinnati Reds. We had a patch auto of Roman Anthony for the Red Sox. We had a patch auto of Paul Skeens to 25. We had 2 1-of-1s. We had Miles Naylor on the 1-of-1 patch auto for the Oakland A's. And then we had this beautiful Pee Wee Reese Legends Diamond for the Brooklyn Dodgers, LA Dodgers. There you go, my friends. There's your break. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you didn't hit, again, I apologize. We will send you something in the mail. And I hope you guys have a great evening. I'll see you again on Tuesday night, guys. Have a great one. Peace.